Did projections caused you to look like a hat rack. And it was after this that she wished me to remember that there was nothing the matter with me? Those were her words. I do not understand it. I believe she has not diagnosed the case with sufficient care. Did she look like a person who was theorizing, or did she look like one who has fallen off precipices herself and brings to the aid of abstract science the confirmation of personal experience? Bitte? It was too large a contract for the Stubenmannschen's vocabulary. She couldn't call the hand. I allowed the subject to rest there, and asked for something to eat and smoke, and something hot to drink, and a basket to pile my legs in. But I could not have any of these things. Why? She said you would need nothing at all. But I am hungry and thirsty, and in desperate pain. She said you would have these delusions, but must pay no attention to them. She wants you to particularly remember that there are no such things as hunger and thirst and pain. She does she? It is what she said. Does she seem to be in full and functional possession of her intellectual plant, such as it is? Bitte? Do they let her run at large, or do they tie her up? Tie her up? There. Good night. Run along. You are a good girl, but your mental Geschirr is not arranged for light and airy conversation. Leave me to my delusions. End of chapter 1. Section 2 of Christian Science by Mark Twain. Read by John Greenman. Chapter 2. It was a night of anguish, of course. At least I supposed it was, for it had all the symptoms of it. But it passed at last, and the Christian Scientist came, and I was glad. She was middle-aged and large and bony and erect, and had an austere face and a resolute jaw and a Roman beak, and was a widow in the 3rd degree, and her name was Fuller. I was eager to get to business and find relief, but she was distressingly deliberate. She unpinned and unhooked and uncoupled her upholsteries one by one, abolished the wrinkles with a flirt of her hand, and hung the articles up, peeled off her gloves and disposed of them, got a book out of her handbag, then drew a chair to the bedside, descended into it without hurry, and I hung out my tongue. She said with pity, but without passion, "Return it to its receptacle. We deal with the mind only, not with its dumb servants." I could not offer my pulse, because the connection was broken, but she detected the apology before I could word it, and indicated by a negative tilt of her head that the pulse was another dumb servant that she had no use for. Then I thought I would tell her my symptoms and how I felt, so that she would understand the case. But that was another inconsequence. She did not need to know those things. Moreover, my remark about how I felt was an abuse of language, a misapplication of terms. "One does not feel," she explained. "There is no such thing as feeling. Therefore, to speak of a non-existent thing as existent is a contradiction. Matter has no existence. Nothing exists but mind. The mind cannot feel pain. It can only imagine it." "But if it hurts just the same—" "It doesn't. A thing which is unreal cannot exercise the functions of reality. Pain is unreal. Hence, pain cannot hurt." In making a sweeping gesture to indicate the act of shooing the illusions of pain out of the mind, she raked her hand on a pin in her dress, said "Ouch!" and went tranquilly on with her talk. "You should never allow yourself to speak of how you feel, nor permit others to ask you how you are feeling. You should never concede that you are ill, nor permit others to talk about disease or pain or death or similar non-existences in your presence.